All right, party people. This is your man Grill. That's right. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is, y'all. Not brown bag Friday, Fritter Friday. Yeah, I have to have them put these in brown bags for me now because so many people are trying to get them. I say, look, y'all need, they be trying to jack me for my fritters, y'all, and everything. Folk be like, yo, man, what you got in the bag? I'm like, nah, man, it ain't nothing, man. So they see that Dunkin' Donut, they be trying to jack me for the fritters. But this morning I said, nah, y'all hook me up, brown bag them. So fritters on point today. I just wish they put a little bit more apples in them, but they're good. I don't lie. I don't know, my son might not get one this week. He might not get nothing and stuff. But nah, they've been putting them in brown bags because they ain't got no regular bags and stuff. But, man, all right. I just finished doing a quick signing this morning. How you doing, lady? Gotta speak. I don't even know what time it is. All right. Yeah. Man, I was done quick. I was done real quick with that one. Yeah, less than a half hour. Yeah, I mean, all she wanted to do was just sign. She didn't even want to read the papers or anything. So, that's why I say you got to be ready to rock and roll, with people where they're at. And she had no desire to read anything. Plus, she had to get to where she had to go. I was a little bit late because I miscalculated school buses and all of that. And so I was about 4 minutes late. But we still got done before 9 o'clock and everything. Now, we'll say something. On the scanner, don't make the mistake I made. I forgot to charge it up. So I was doing the scan thing yesterday, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go in and scan these documents. And it was 106 pages. And man, right in the middle of it, it just stopped. And I'm like, man, what the heck is going on here? I'm like, and it didn't dawn on me until a little bit later. Oh, snap. That's bank serve, y'all. That is. Now, I'm going to tell you now, I know I ain't getting it because every time I get in here, by the time I log in, click on the agree, all of that, hit the PIN number, it's gone. Just like I told y'all. Gone. That's the problem I have with this bank serve thing right now is that it's like you hear the thing, and no sooner than you hear it, it's gone. I mean, folk just snatching them up quick like. So bank serve and signature closers, them suckers be gone so quick it ain't even funny. So, I mean, I hear the notification, but I already know I ain't getting none. And all of that. So, but yeah, so the thing is, I forgot to I forgot to charge that thing up. I can't believe that. I actually forgot to charge it up. Hold on, let me fix one thing here. All right, turn that off. But yeah, I forgot to charge it up, so it died on me right in the middle of scan. I had already scanned the other stuff, the IDs and all of that. But I was like, I'm just going to scan all of these pages as I sign, do them so I could upload them real quick because they needed the scan backs quick like. And I forgot to charge it up. So keep the scanner charged. But if you keep this charged, it works fine. I still haven't tried it out on a passport because I think the passport is a little bit too thick for it. So, and one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to get me one of those portable battery packs. And I got to see which one I'm going to get. Not the little small one. I got some small ones, but they're not strong enough to charge it. I got to get me one of those heavy duty ones, and they're more compact. But they have like 20,000 mAh. I think that's called micro amp hours or something like that. And those are real good for charging stuff up. But today, good old Fritter Friday, the beginning of the month. So I'm hoping for many of you, you'll be able to get going even more and keep going with loan closings here in October. I honestly cannot tell you in any way, shape, or form. Oh, let me say this. I'm in Virginia because people keep asking me where I'm at. I'm in Virginia. I live in Virginia, okay? But I can't honestly tell you what the ebb and flow going to be. Oh, I'm sitting here hearing this buzzing. That's the radio. I can't tell you what the ebb and flow is going to be for the rest of the year because I really never tracked it. You would have to ask somebody like Bill Soroka or Laura Brewer or somebody who's been doing it for some years because they probably, they got a signing company. But then even if you ask them, that's more than likely might be for their area. I can't say for your area. I can't say for my area what it's going to look like for October. The only thing I can say is that when December hit from last year, 3-4 months after December, it got slow. And from what I was told then was that because people was on vacation and all of that kind of good stuff. So that may be an issue come January. So people on vacation, they're not really trying to hit up, trying to get a loan closed and do that kind of stuff, and everything. So you might see a slowdown maybe January, February, March, April, March, April, maybe May-ish, but March, April, that's when I saw a significant slow up for me, and everything. Things that really got slow and then they picked back up, so people are still getting interest rates. Some of the signers I dealt with this month were below 2%. So depending on the situation, they've been getting interest rates below 2%, so people are still refinancing. I will say I got more calls from people who found me on 123 Notary. I haven't even updated my profile in a minute on there, but they've found me and they've been asking me to do signings. Yesterday I hadn't planned on doing any, ended up doing 2. And one was for 125, one was for 135, and all I did was just like I shared with y'all, and this isn't price fixing or colluding to anybody out there. All I did was just like I shared with y'all. One of the companies called me from out of Maryland and said they got a client here. Can I get with them to do the loan closing? When they wanted it done originally, I couldn't because I had a 4 o'clock house inspection and then I had a 6 o'clock. So they wanted it at 5, and I knew there was no way I was going to be able to get done with it and all of that because it was on 2 parts of the Virginia Beach. See, that's where I'm at, Virginia Beach, and everything. So then they called back and said, well, can you do it afterwards, after your 6 o'clock, and what time? And I said, well, probably 7:30ish. I could probably get there by 7:30. And I was like, yeah, I can do 7:30. So that's why I was thinking I would do my scan. I would scan, and that way, because they needed the scan back, but I had to let them know that I wasn't going to be able to do the scans because the guy at 6 o'clock was sitting there reading every single page. I mean, his document was only 106 pages, and he read every single page. I mean, he got the paper. I mean, just like this. I just read. I would even tell him what it is, and he's like, okay. And after a while, I was like, okay, ain't no need. I would just say, okay, this is that document. Here's your deed. Just saying that the property belongs to you. And read through the whole deed. I was like, all right. His eyes touch each page for at least 30 to 45 seconds. That adds time. So what could have got done in maybe 30 minutes or less took pretty much over an hour. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to get the scans to y'all. plus because I got a 7:30, but I will. So I got it to them. It was a little late, but they also said in their order, if you can't get them back to us within an hour after, let us know immediately. So while I was at the table, I informed them. I sent them a note. They never replied back, saying that they got it, but I did do. It was in SnapDocs. I typed in the little chat thing in SnapDocs. I'm not going to be able to get this done because of this fact you have said, because the signer is reading every single page of every single document, and I have a 7:30 appointment. So as soon as I finish that, I will get you the scans, and that's what I ended up doing. But the one that I had, the 7:30 appointment, company called me, asked me was I available. Told them no, I wasn't at that time. If it was like maybe 45 pages or something to that effect, and that's why I asked them how many pages, not to upcharge them, but just so I would know. And she was like, it might be over 100. It wound up being 91, but it was still good that I waited because of the distance and everything that I had to drive, because it was like a 35-minute drive from his place to where she was at and everything. So, but when I talked to them and they asked me my fee, I just gave them a range, my standard range of 125 to 150. She said, what do you want? Now, here's the thing. This is key. You got to pay attention to what people are saying and the tone in which they're saying it. Because one of the things that she mentioned to me before we even started talking price, she called me back and I missed her phone call, and then I called her right back once because I don't know what happened. Like I told you, I've been having problems with the phone, not even hearing it ring. The volume is up and it rings low. I don't know. I might just have to get me some new phones or whatever. Hate to say it, might have to switch away from T-Mobile and go to Verizon, because this T-Mobile thing is just really, really poor in everything. So I called her back and I could tell in her voice she was stressed. Now, this is where I'm 100% on point. Not that I'm not on point with other things that Dr. Tech says, but with Jeremiah Dr. Tech that's on Instagram, here's one of the things, and you see him, he does this a lot. He'll call, try to get in contact with other notaries, and nobody won't pick up. And that's what she said. She said, I was calling other notaries. She basically called me back and was like, okay, we're going to have to change this to a different time based on the notary, because she didn't say how many people, but the people, whoever she called, nobody would answer the phone. So thank y'all for not answering your phone call, because you just put some money in my pocket. Okay. But she said nobody would answer the phone. Of course, I don't know who she called or any of that. And y'all gotta, and yes, it will take money away from me. Maybe, I don't know. But, and I don't know whether I was her first option or her second or whatever. But what I do know is this: if you're trying to do this business full time, you're going to see numbers that you don't recognize, and you're going to have to answer them. If you're trying to make money in this business, and that order put me at 63 signings for the month. Those last two put me at 62 and 63 signings for the month. And I was like, okay, it really helped me meet my goal. So I was I was over my goal for the month. And I was like, cool. But I also just connected basically potentially with a direct client to have somebody that, okay, they know they can rely on me. So they called, I answered. They called, I missed the call, and I called right back. And then I went and got the documents done, and now I'm getting ready to go ship them out. See, everybody's worried about all of this other fancy stuff with the notary business, worrying about tips and tricks and all of that. Can you pick up your phone? If you can't pick up your phone, then what? And y'all heard me say it before, but you might as well just bow out. Because if you're the person that I don't answer the phone call because if I don't recognize the number, and I hear people say that, yo, man, I ain't answering that phone. No, I don't know who that is. That might be a bill collector. Then pay your bills. Get your bills paid up. All your bills. Get all your bills caught up. And then that way, if somebody call, you know you can answer it. And it's not a bill collector hunting you down. Okay, if people got bills in your name, then you need to tell them to get the bill out of your name, so they ain't calling for your mama them and your pops and all of that and your uncle, so and so or whoever, and you call and they like, nah, well, he got you down as a point of contact. Okay, take me off your point of contact, because if you got stuff going on like that and and you afraid to answer the phone because you think you don't want to answer the phone in the middle of a signing, not because well, I don't want to be distracted, but you don't want the bill collector on the phone, and you don't have Bluetooth either, so you don't have a Bluetooth so they can talk in your ear. You got it on the thing, and then they talking all loud and people can hear, yeah, you still owe us $710, and we know where you at. We know you at a closing, and we gonna come get them. Matter of fact, we outside. Yeah, we just pulled up right now. So once you finish that closing, roll on out and give us our money. I mean, I understand you don't want that, so you got to clear that up. And y'all know some of y'all are in that situation, so you won't answer the phone, and because of that, you're missing out. So then you may need to get a second number. Google Voice is a little iffy. Dr. Tech talks about not using Google Voice at all. I got to look at that information and everything. I primarily use Google Voice for talking with y'all. So when y'all call, that helps me out there. So from my standpoint, I haven't had a problem with Google Voice. I wouldn't use Google Voice as a business line, like calling me and trying to, get some company to contact me for orders and stuff, because I don't like that, please state your name. No, I just need somebody to be able to call and get to me, when it comes to business and everything. And that's what the lady did. She called, was able to get with me. But people aren't answering their phones, and I don't understand, if you're in business, why you won't answer your phone. I've answered my phone, and like this month alone, or last month, I know I received at least 5 opportunities to do work with somebody directly that didn't come through a signing company. They found my name, or they was referred to me. And you know who you are, lady. Thanks for referring. I wasn't able to do it because that day I had 3 signings, and there was no way I was going to be able to accommodate them, because one of my signings was all the way out in Suffolk towards Bennett's Creek, and there was no way out, and it was like an hour's drive to get out there. So there was no way I was going to be able to do that appointment at 3:45 and then make it 4 o'clock, and all of that. And I couldn't be late for that 4 o'clock because they was on a tight schedule. But thank you for the referral, because I made a connection with that. So the bottom line is, I answer the phone. Because sometimes it could be that same title company, and unfortunately for me, and I got to get better at this, but it makes it difficult also, because I got to put people's numbers, these title companies put their numbers in my phone. But then the other problem is that with some of the big companies, they're calling you from different numbers. So it's hard to say, whether or not you can actually, people tripping. It's hard to say whether or not you can actually, okay, well, okay, that's so-and-so title company. And then you turn around and get another phone call from the same title company, but they're using a different line because they're calling you from the California office or the Houston office or what have you. So that becomes difficult, and that so I was like, okay, I just got to answer. And there's been times where the signing that I'm in, they're calling me because they got to let me know something, that, hey, we gave you the wrong document. Can you go back home and print? And then, of course, if I got my print stuff with me, I just print it there. But, stuff like that'll happen and everything. So get your whatever cleared up, so when people call you, you can answer the phone. Okay? You need to be able to answer the phone. And not just necessarily, now if you don't want to answer it during a signing, that's fine. but at least make sure your voicemail is set up, make sure your voicemail is in full, and then call the people back. You know, when I first started, no, that's another phone. When I first started, I had a little index card to remind me to call numbers back that came in, because I wasn't used to doing this. It was new to me. So I would just have a little index card off to the side, and if a phone call came in, I would write the number down real quick and put like CB for call back, you know, to call them back and everything. That's the kind of stuff that I did until I got into a flow and got used to it. So all I'm saying is find a way to make some kind of adjustment so you can, you know, maximize what you're doing. What time is it? Oh, okay. Yeah. So you can maximize what you're doing. But get ready for this month. I already got I got 2 direct signings this month. And like I said, for me, it's still steady. I can't say that it's slow for me. I know it's slow for others. And we discussed that, you know, before and everything. And I know now a lot of people are starting to put out videos about why it's slow and all of this. I haven't looked at any of them. All I can say is make sure you update your profile. Let the people know you understand the loan process. No need to have in your profile the history of being a notary. Somebody's, you know, put in their profile the history of a notary and what the purpose of a notary is. They don't need to know that. They need to know that you understand what you're supposed to do as a loan closer, and that you're going to do what you're supposed to do as a loan closer. That's what they need to know. And if you can put that out there to them, then you are fine. And they will be like, okay, yes, we can at least give them a shot. So you can get the orders, and you can have an opportunity to make you some funds and all of that, some revenue for your business. But again, as I keep saying over and over, you know, be ready. Don't just sit back and think that, okay, I'm gonna just make this happen. It's just gonna pop on me. You know, you got to be ready. You got to be ready. The phone calls come, you know, and you got to be ready. You know, make sure you have your papers. I just ordered a new drum for the print. I gotta matter of fact, I gotta pick up some more paper, because paper prices done went up. Walmart paper went from $28.9 to $32 a case. So I gotta go pick me up a couple of cases of that today, because I'm down to my last case here, and I've just been so busy with, oh, there go my lady walking her doggies. You know, I've been so busy. Y'all see it right there. Y'all see it right there. She was in the window, but and all of that. But let me get out of here so I can get these scan backs done and stop messing around. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.